Дело в шляпе.
Prepare for battle!
Что сказал? Приказ понят.
Someone didn't call the digger's hotline.
Есть!
Безо всякого сомнения провозглашаю дело в шляпе.
Seconds to showtime!
Есть! Ага.
Забыл то, что у меня варды, сори, пацаны.
Траекторию подтверждаю.
The battle's starting. Just remember, you got a job to do.
Не видать мне спокойной старости.
Найс, тигры.
Следую по курсу. Что сказал? Пиф-паф, грязь! Передислоцируюсь. Громче! Полет нормальный. Вас понял! Хватит бубнить! Выполняю маневр огненный дождь!
Последний из рода, но первый в бою.
Я снова встал на крыло. Я готов. Всем достанется. Выполняю.
Hey, that's bad! Good for you!
Вот и второе дыхание.
Сделаем.
Нет.
Да. Завожу мотор. Вас понял. Так точно. Не щелкай клюв. У нас господство в воздухе. Уже лечу. Окей. Что сказал? Блин! Следую по курсу.
А ну ты, пятёрка.
Траекторию подтверждаю. Поехали! Передислоцируюсь. Попробуй убеги. Что сказал? Я Хватит бубнить! Сделаем! Выполняю маневр! Сейчас будет трясти!
You better puff on over to your bottom tower.
Да-да!
Oh, you found me.
Окей! Так точно! Вверх! Есть! Ну-ка, увернись! Приказ понят! Что сказал? Мое летучее... Вас понял! Что сказал? Что сказал? Маневр понят. Охренеть, бессовестное свинство! Орудия заряжены и готовы к бою. Я готов.
Какой снеговичок получился.
Эх, молодежь! Уже лечу! Ну, была не была. Завожу мотор. Вас понял. Вверх! Есть! Следую по курсу. Громче!
Иллюзии.
Так точно! Атакую! Чудеса баллистики! Траекторию подтверждаю! Обнаружен! Может, высшим... Не хочешь повторить?
Меня так внезапно убили.
Хватит бубнить! Что сказал? Выполняю маневр! Все орудия к бою! Воздушная тревога! Мое! Уже лечу! Вас понял! Нам капец! Конец связи!
Холодные пальцы.
Прибавь, я готов. Вас понял. Открываю огонь! Мотор больше не кашляет. Ага.
Courier has been killed.
К бою готов! Не держись! Приказ понят! Что сказал? Огненный дождь! Не сейчас! Есть! Сделаем! Передислоцируюсь! Завожу мотор! Быстрее, сопля! Вижу цель! Окей!
Ой, ты бесполезный. Нулёвый.
Маневр понят.
Хуету, блядь. Ушила, блядь.
Что сказал? Огненный дождь! Что сказал? А выше только звезды. Есть.
Your middle tower is under attack. Rally the troops and get over there. Ooh, your bottom tower's kind of bad.
Окей.
Your bottom tower is under attack. The bottom tower has fallen.
Горите в огне. Клыки наголо. Ну, была не была. Так точно. Траекторию подтверждаю. Вас понял.
Регенерация.
Выполняю. Завожу мотор. Есть. Да. Следую по курсу. Я готов.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Удачный воздушный поток попался. Полет нормальный. Что сказал? Ну-ка, увернись! Все орудия к бою!
Крипит-то не хочу.
Я не сразу решился на убийство.
Сделаем. Что сказал? Громче!
Ускорение.
Что сказал? Фейсите! В атаку! Выполняю маневр! Что сказал?
Your mid-tower could talk, it'd be mad at you.
Ты что в стороне слева дрочила?
Хватит бубнить!
Мне не помешает.
Найс, надрочилась, блядь. Надрочила.
Ебаный. Видишь, что у меня пятерка, блядь? Что он делает в игре, нахуй?
Вас понял! Я их всех!
Деньгали знает, сука, пятерка долбоёб, блядь. Че ты?
Чё, блядь? Ебало закрой, проститутка.
Враг обнаружен! Приказ понят! Rocket Bridge! Окей!
Кто и не понял.
Найс.
Да-да. Сделаем. Я готов. Есть. Следую по курсу.
Я тебе смерти.
Хватит бубнить. Чё? Блин! Есть!
Are you even watching your top tower?
Ну я... Не важно. Главное, что жива.
Скажем так.
Чё сказал? Территорию подтверждать. Пробую уйти.
Охуительно просто.
Your top tower needs some help? Your top tower is under attack. The top tower has fallen! Huh? It's my favorite tower!
Так
наступил
Выполняю маневр.
новый этап твой.
Вас понял! Что сказал? От каждого чиха вырубаются. Что сказал? Громче!
Покупка не для меня, но во имя
Уже лечу.
великой цели.
Нормальный. Сейчас будет трясти. Завожу мотор. Выполняю. Погода летная. Что сказал? Маневр понят. Ага. Господь, передислоцируюсь. Не удержись. Да-да.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Поехали.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Что сказал?
Правда, что ли, блядь? Здесь вижен стоит. Старался, да, чувак? Посрал.
Когда ты в рот берешь, блядь, ты не убегаешь нахуй, когда безмолвие накидывают на всю тему. Охуительно. Сейчас что-то стоверно пиздец. Понимаю, блядь.
Это мое.
Аэрокоптер входит в воздушное пространство крепости. Что сказал?
Че, обосрался? Обосрался?
Не сейчас! Ну, была не была.
Клоун ебал. Микс носите. Либо на топе.
Хватит бубнить! В атаку! Вас понял!
Daesh putting up a barricade.
Быстрее, сопляк! Охренеть, на меня напали! Чудеса баллистики! Так точно! Не сейчас! Уже! Попробуй убеди! Сделаем. Не щелкай клювом!
Мне не помешает.
Пли! Приказ понят. Цель сбита. Я еще полетаю. Полет нормальный. Иллюзия. Завожу мотор. Есть! Ага. Выполняю.
Ну иди, я сзади, блядь.
Чё сказал? Выполняю маневр. Громче! Маневр понят.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Открываю огонь! Траекторию подтверждаю. Я готов. Следую по курсу. Окей. Ну-ка, увернись. Тут воздушная яма.
Наконец-то.
It ain't over till the last building falls. So fight!
Передислоцируюсь.
Найс, инициируешь, и я обещаю.
Пли!
Look, the enemy's attacking your middle tower. The middle tower has fallen.
Моей вине у них.
You better poof on over to your bottom tower. They're trying to knock down your middle tower. What, not your job or something? In the fortification.
Выполняю маневр.
Меня учили, что у мертвых не выкрашивали ничего. И я промолчу.
Окей. Эй!
Какой снеговичок получился.
Вас понял! Есть! Да-да. Траекторию подтверждаю. Маневр понят. Громче! Что сказал?
Два бьем.
Есть! Ну-ка, увернись! Вас понял! Так их всех! К бою готов! Попробуй уйти!
Загорю!
Вперед! Что сказал? Чудеса баллистики! Огненный дождь! Ага.
Мид надо проносить. Сайленсера нет.
Что сказал? Завожу
Мне не
мотор.
помешает.
Это я еще бронебойными не стрелял. Приказ понят. Пережил меня на 100 веков, а ума не нажил. Хватит мутить. Попробуй убеги. Выполняй. Клыки на
Вот и второе дыхание!
передислоцируюсь.
Your top tower is under attack. You and a couple of friends could probably stop that.
Сделаем.
Иллюзии.
Уже лечу. Так точно. Я готов. Завожу мотор. Атакую! Ага. Сделаем. Я готов. Что сказал? Вас понял. Тихо вырубаются. Выполняю. Пиф-паф, хрясь! Что сказал? Маневр понят.
Блять, ну ты угораешь нахуй на траксе ебаной. Зачем тебе фалькон ебучий?
Dyer's doing that glowy thing. Nothing to do with that.
Чё ты даёшь, блядь? Ладно, нахуй, ранее игра, но сейчас-то, блядь, собери что-нибудь нормального, ёбище.
Мое место в небе, твое в канаве.
Your middle tower's under attack.
Чудеса!
What if I cheat? Pretty good move, if you ask me. If your mid tower could talk, it'd be pretty mad at you. You got one less middle tower now, by the way. Your middle tower is under attack! They're trying to knock down your middle tower. Oh, there better be something important going on. Roshan has fallen to the tire.
От дефа играем.
Ас возвращается в небо. Передислоцируюсь. Хватит на горючее. Все орудия к бою. Уже лечу.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower just took a dirt nap. Your middle tower's under attack. You gotta do something about it or just sit there looking funny. And over here we have your middle tower. Not being there no more. Middle barracks are looking shaky. Your middle barracks is falling. If you wanted your middle barracks to not fall, you're doing it. Your bottom tower's kind of bad. Ooh, your bottom tower's kind of bad.
Вообще клавиши собирать не нажимаешь, блядь. Собираешь клавиши нажимать. Олень ебаный.
Аварийная посадка не затянулась. Громче! Траекторию подтверждаю.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Ну-ка, вверх!
What do you mean your bottom tower's gone?
заканчиваем, не делаем.
Да господи, ебало закрой.
Тут ингоспад
Блять, на
нормально,
свой счет посмотри нахуй.
Да нет.
Посмотри на то, что ты собрал, блять. Потом уже рот свой открывай, вонючий нахуй.
Radiant structures are fortified. Your middle tower's under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Who said that tower could fall? Your mid tower can talk. It'd be one less man tower now, by the way. Sure Your engine is under attack. That is absolutely how you lose the game. I've done it. I've done it.
Какой снеговичок получился. Не доставайся же никому.
Нет!
Because they went for a stack and A. He thought he killed him and looked away, but Almanac does recover, but not in time because it meant Jax went down to him. In fact, I dare say he was almost better to continue on to bench rather than look backwards because he had him pinned. He had it ready to go, but he just didn't want his teammates to go down, and it's a 3-on-3. As I said, the long rotations, so bomb gets planted, and even though they're in checkers, they're not inside of the site yet.
The question is, if you're Entropic, do you want to go for this with Elian being that far away? He is coming to meet up, so yeah, they are actually going to attempt this retake. They've got 2 kits, they've got plenty of utility as well. This will be tough to hold off, and G2 desperately need this round.
Nickelback is ready to go. He slides in first. Nico's going to spot it, but again, he just can't catch the taps today, but it's fine. He's got the information for Nexa and Hunter, and Nexa to take out Crab this time as he gets the shot on top of the quad. And Ilya knows this one's too far gone, so what can he do economically? Well, miss a shot. That's a wasted bullet. That's expensive. He is dead. 4 HP. He's not going anywhere. Nexa confirms that. We're tied up again, 14-14.
Let's roll. Way to go. I am fired up. Nice. There is no stopping us. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Make them regret this day.
So there's flames at his feet, but he is safe.
Let's roll.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Короче, все русские фан зеленого походу.
Смог на шорт. Есть пальма?
Перетягивайтесь. Двое на коц. Томми. Лонг. Шорт.
Шорт есть. Ладно, давай, подходим. Есть Б.
Мид много.
Б двое.
Шорт возможно.
В темка. Тут двое.
This is what we trained for. Deploying flashbang. Flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing fire.
Еще там.
Вышел лонг. Топ мид.
Он проходит.
Машина.
Минус 40 у одного, другой каленый машин. Сейвил. Шорт.
Вышел шорт.
Нормально он.
Есть тот мид.
Найс.
Шорт будет, я знаю.
Бокс. Топ мид.
Шура лапа моя.
Пас бокс.
А я лапа.
Вот тут.
Ну ГГ.
Я засейвил. Ну.
Спасибо. Талонку возьму.
На двое вышел.
Последний.
Они все в лангу, что ли?
Ну, двое точно.
Один есть мид. И Б вышел.
Танцпол, типа, возле ям.
Б вышел, 1 минус 8. Миду один тоже выходил.
Так, ну.
Один 15 стоит вас.
Опасит. Это будет.
Топ мид.
Авик в дыму.
У Xbox у этого бокса.
Подсадите, нет. Ай. Ты там близко. А, взял. Пошел. Да, 20.
На каре, один на подъеме коляны.
Да. Карка, машина. Имеет. Ой, лонг. Пит где-то. Кары. Куда пойдем?
Let's go. Throwing a flashback. I'm throwing a flashback. Flashback. I'm throwing smoke.
Тут один тут.
Grenade. I'm throwing smoke. Grenade.
Сити двое.
Сити двое.
Ниндзя.
Ленти.
Planting.
Шот.
Да не суть.
Go, go, go.
Есть Б.
Throwing a flashback.
Мид один стоит. Минус 44.
I'm throwing a flashback.
Двери. Еще двери.
Дверь.
Один на Б точно. Есть на Б. Двое на Б, Витя.
Да ну.
Let's go, let's go. Flashback.
Сори.
На миду один.
В яме, около ямы.
Есть близко.
Сити.
В яме должен. Машина.
So we will make them cry. I'm throwing a flashback.
Слева.
На рампа.
Двое каленых.
53.
Двое на Б.
Ну да, я как бот. Ладно, все, спасибо.
pistol rounds going the way of Entropic. Now, in the previous half, obviously, if you recall,
they got ecoed.
Yeah, G2 was able to respond with Deagles and a CZ in the second half. A very nicely coordinated crunch in middle from double doors and from catwalk.
Means also that the pistols are now 2-2 in the series because both of the first pistols, first map pistols went the way of G2.
Indeed.
But yeah, the eco really did change it because you would have had more momentum and potentially more rounds for Entropic. But that really kind of took that advantage away and gave it back to G2. And we'll see if they can do the same thing here. Nickelback is gone this time. Nico with the Deagle.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, this is looking all right now.
Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. They didn't even bring a whole lot into this. There's no armor. It's just Almanac with that scout, Nico with that Deagle. Nothing else, no utility, no armor whatsoever. And they're playing it on hard mode. They're going to go right at the bomb site that has two defenders. Forrester continues the spray, holds it down, but Nico's got another one. And now Krad's out in the open. And man, G2, these second rounds are looking real nice. Maybe they just, you know, shouldn't win pistols from now on.
That's actually ridiculous that both times they won the force buy in the next. That's pretty sick. So Nico with a bunch of kills in the round, specifically the one dig at the start, and then follows it up. Almanuk's still looking a little frustrated, but getting some vocalization into this one, shall we call it? So 10-6, and yeah, I just want to point out that Ilian has been pretty successful throughout the course of this event so far for Entropic. Has not done much so far on this map. 7 kills, and he's the AWP player. I know the money hasn't been amazing. Yeah, this is a problem, Hunter. He's right behind Lackey, but who sees the other first? Surely Hunter has to consider the fact that no one else is looking middle, right?
I think Hunter's eventually just going to move, and he'll be the one to look left to go towards the staircase and find Lackey. Oh, who knows? It's a long time to just be chilling. It's like that scene from Face Off where they're staring.
All right, would you stop it? It's the worst. I'll take your face off if you don't stop.
All right, Almanac looking up into the bomb site, sees one at single box. Lackey's going to get away.
That's crazy. It's one of those ones you'll see back later, or someone send it to you like a clip, and you'll be like, really?
Hunter's going to start moving in. Oh, Hunter better quickly clear this bomb site and let his team know. Actually, he's just going to have to big flank at this point. Excuse me. The rest of G2 fell back. Poor Jax just got sent to his death.
Abandoned.
In the worst possible way. Now, thankfully, I mean, it would have been tough for him to do enough to win the round, but Lackey did have a position where he could have been in middle. He could have been able to pick people off as they rotated back to B, but he's given that up to go catwalk. They have no idea Hunter's position. Good trigger discipline. He's got 2, cannot convert.
Yeah, a bit awkward. Knew he had to swing because they'd be ready for him, but they were just tucked in behind the boxes. Enough. As Almanac gets flashed off, he was also holding the rotations. Bombs just getting to the site. It is ahead of the rotation, but not by much, and they're not going to go. Not going to commit. Nickelback's low on HP, but he actually did significant amount to Nico. You're right, 11 seconds. They need to go now. Nexa's got Krad. Get the cross, boys. Get it over. They jump it out. They bait the shot, and even still, Almanac was on the flank behind them. Oh. He makes good on the play, and it's 12-6 for G2.
That made me so nervous. I'm not going to lie. When I saw how much time was left on that clock, I was getting real worried. I actually thought for a second they wouldn't even be able to think about going for the plan and just going for the kill. And G2,
That's an unimpressed look, right? That's like, really?
Yeah. Not the happiest game for Entropic. They've been really tested in this series so far. At least on Mirage, they answered the bell. Not a bad Dust 2 as well so far. Just with losing that second round, this is going to make it a very tough comeback.
Get those hand warmers going. Keep those limbs limber.
Those fingers flexing.
Yeah.
It's looking like a tech pause for the moment.
It may have to do... Okay, it's not Nico. I thought it might have been because, again, they did tap his mic to see that it was working out. But it is a sound issue of some sort that is confirmed to me in my ear. Which means someone from Stockholm has updated our production staff here in Bucharest. Excited to get to Stockholm?
I am excited to get to Stockholm. I love Stockholm.
I know you do.
I'm a huge fan of Stockholm. I love everything about that city. I love walking around. I like the water in the downtown area.
It's drinkable, unlike Michigan, where you're from.
Classic, but true. Yeah, it's a beautiful city, especially in the summer.
Yes, it is going to be a little more chilly. I will be more in my climate when we're there. But yeah, no, looking forward to it. Mostly, I'm looking forward to obviously having fans back and celebrating Counter-Strike with them because that's going to be a ton of fun. And I think the hype will be through the roof. Hopefully the level of play comes to match it. I think there'll be some jitters for some teams on the stage, but I think from the talent perspective, we're all going to be just pumped about it. So yeah, hopefully we can get that hype and translate it to you guys and make it just as contagious and infectious.
Soak it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Almanac, 17 kills, tied with that of Hunter, and not far behind them, just one less, is Nico on 16. And all three of them are above that of Nickelback and Crad, who are tied at 14 on the Entropic side. There you go. There's a look at some of the statistics. The headshot percentage and the ADR, average damage per round, 99 for both Hunter and Nico. Not bad.
Yeah, can't complain about that. Pretty deep effort from G2. Remember, Jax had that really, really hot start. He's kind of cooled off. At least he got him on the right foot. Almanac at 17, Hunter at 17, Nico at 16. And as you can see, audio issues have been resolved as the countdown begins. Round 19. It's a 6-round lead for G2, marching their way to potentially closing out this series and moving on to the playoffs. The first team that we would have move on to the playoffs.
That's right, and we'll determine another one a little bit later on today. We'll also determine who else goes home. Right now it's going to be EG or Vitality. Undetermined. They're going to be going to their third map right now, which I think is Vertigo, to determine who that will be. Decide who that will be as Almanac takes a couple shots, or at least one shot with his scout down toward middle. Tells Nico he's got company. They try and go for that mid push. Nico's got a shooting gallery, finds 3. He'll trade it off with Hunter, who's partially blind, but manages to get it with the MAC-10. Nexa collects the other. No ace for Nico, but that's all right because they've got a 13th round on the board. And Nico, he's been around enough. He's got enough aces. He doesn't care. Just win the game. He wants to play in front of a crowd again. You can't tell me he doesn't miss that.
Oh, no, absolutely he does. But, I mean, the other side of the coin, too, is there's so much attention on the fact that Simple has not yet won a major. Nico's another one of those guys who's just been so good. One of the greatest all-time carries in Counter-Strike history. And he, as well, does not have a major to his name.
That's a good point.
Famously stolen, snatched from him by Cloud9 at E-League Boston.
Yep, that one was a bitter pill for them to swallow, no doubt, and it triggered a lot of changes within that phase lineup. Oddly enough, it triggered some changes that perhaps were coming either way for Cloud9, and we never really got to see if that team would stick around and have the same success again. I think most people expected that it was probably an overachievement. But yeah, that led to quite an awkward time for both MIBR and Cloud9, and Automatic kind of getting left behind. Led to the liquid that we got in a lot of ways, though.
Yeah, it did lead to a Grand Slam if you're a North American fan. Hunter taking a bit of damage. Nexus still has the MAC-10. Bomb is going to make its way over to the B bomb site, so it looks like G2 has called a mid to B split. He did not want that to bounce off the wall. Opens up the possibility for someone to run through. Oh, immediate shot to the face of Lackey. Forrester, you better do so much more. And actually, Nexa takes so much damage. He turns away from the double doors. But that just distracts Forrester, whose attention is pulled in that direction. And man, are they ever in the B bomb site? I don't think Entropic can go for it.
No,
they have no money behind this buy. They bail out.
Yeah, they're bailed. They're gone. They're out of this. They don't have kits to work with either. So that round over, and yeah, that was just awkward inside of the B side. Nowhere to hide at that point in time. They talk about it a lot. I mean, a lot of the pros. I remember Dupree saying this is the hardest bomb site to hold in the game. My objection to that is the B side itself's not hard to hold, as proof of when teams tie into a retake. The problem is trying to defend it with 1, maybe 2 players over there by default and losing middle as well. That mid split is so powerful as Ilian takes down Hunter to at least keep his AWP in the round and get one further gun away from G2, but that's starting to really not matter much either because their money significant. 68.50 for Almanac, and he's the low side of the what am I trying to say right now? The venture capitalists.
Okay, that's where you're going with it.
Somewhere like that, But yeah, I think I saw 5 figures of money on, I believe it was Nexa? Nico, there you go. And he just purchased a little bit, so.
He's rich.
I swear he had over 10K, all right, guys?
The rich get richer. That's Nico's motto.
Damn capitalism. Ooh, that's not bad, Alien. And he's going to follow it up. They've got finally some sustainable picks as Nico will take down Crad. That brings it back by 1. Slow it down now, boys in Tropic. Let's not give this away. This is the most workable round they've had in several.
That's a nice flashbang, forces Alien off the angle. Perfectly drops into his scope. And G2 just gaining a little bit of territory, trying to get some information, see what the best way is for them to recover this man-down scenario with 3v4. Alien holding the cross. Hunter does have a smoke to toss out the pin smoke if you'd like to. Give him relative safety to get onto the boxes and head up towards Catwalk. There it is, and Alien goes for the flick shot at the angle, misses its mark. Great sequence from Hunter. Neutralizes Alien with the AWP, forces back Nickelback with the Molotov. However, now he's going to have to actually try and handle the situation, and he gets baited, chasing down the kill on Nickelback. Nice bait. Alien's on for the ace.
Heck of a time to deliver one as well, because they desperately needed it from him. We just finished saying he wasn't having the game that he has. On the other map, Sandy's got the 4th. It's just 1 to go, and he was out in long. He was in that position, but Nexa's going to try and take the bomb around the map and...
I respect this play from Nexa. Even if you lose, you don't give your opponent the ace.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. He's literally just denying it himself. Right now, he gets Forrester. So hang on. Nickelback's going to be there. Yeah, no, Lackey's not going to let him even consider getting an ace when there's that much time and distance between the two of them. Just kill him. Just get him dead. But a great round from the AWP on the CT side.
Well, if Entropic want to stay alive in this series and come back in this specific map, they're going to need that from Alien. They're going to need more of it. Kind of touched on it earlier. I think we said the exact same thing in the first half, but I think you also touched on it that Alien felt a little bit quiet at a certain stage at the start of this second half. Hasn't been having his best impact.
And more so because you consider that this is their map choice this time, and it's Dust 2 where an Opera can really shine. So you'd expect that of all the places, this would be it. So a hint of that in the last round. EG Vitality has kicked off their third matchup, or their third map of that matchup, I should say, and that is, I stand corrected, it was Vertigo was the last one, so it's Dust 2 this time. And I do believe it is a 1-0 scoreline currently for EG, but that has just started, so don't go anywhere, all right? Just stay here, just don't move, okay? If you leave me now, Twitch chat, well, you'd just be like my dad when I was a child, so don't do that, please. I need you.
5-on-4 for G2, man advantage in this all-important round, and look at the money. Much like Mirage, if Entropic loses this round, they're going to be fighting the final one, trying to prevent G2 from taking the map and series with a bit of a busted bye. And G2 is going to take that man advantage and pivot around the map, around Nico's position. Heavy B hit. Alien's going to get forced off the angle, takes a blind shot. Nico forcing him back into CT spawn. Actually away from this hit. The utility he uses makes it look like they want to probe towards CT spawn. Forrester's now locked out of the bomb site into the open. Oh, what a transfer! That was miraculous and much, much needed. Still alive, and this Nico flank on Catwalk can be everything.
Nico dropping. Oh, this is too easy. He knows one's behind the box. He knows one's under the window, and he saw the gun barrel directly up close, which he expects to be the repeat. Nails that shot as well. Almost antagonizingly frustrating that he couldn't get more from that because he saw them all, but he's so far away that they're going to get the defuse, and he goes down. Even still, Lackey's got the shot. He had a chance maybe to get 3 if he went for the box shot, but he took the safety ones first. And unfortunately, his teammates went down on the site.
Also, I think Entropic was already calling to have the fast retake before they even realized Nico was dropping behind him. Regardless, yeah, you're exactly right. They push in and his teammates aren't alive, so that flank doesn't have the impact it's desired. But you can see it would have been deadly if Entropic wasn't already committed to going in. 14-8, they live to fight on, still attempting a comeback 6 rounds away. And ooh, they get past Alien's crosshair.
Yeah,
he's gonna hear it.
He was actually tunneled in a lot more than I thought. Typically, like, yeah, okay, you hold the angle, but you check that. I'm surprised. Yes, he will hear it. But Jax already has Crab by being so quick and getting that position.
Yeah, he does. Nade damage, but this is a G2 that's going to keep moving forward. Nickelback, though, multi-kill. He's got 2. That's brilliant. And now Elian chimes in, and all of a sudden, a 5-on-3, and G2 tries to press the issue. Oh, a missed shot. That would have been great. If he could have brought it into a 1-on-1, that would have been everything. But he knows exactly where the bomb is, and there's no nades, Matt. There's no nades on these G2 players.
There isn't any at all, which means the AWP can stand tall undeterred, and he's got 2 flashes. If he can get 1 kill and fall off, and he's got the first already, he's not going to go to the flash. He knows they're close, but he misses the leg. Oh, that was so close to being an incredible clutch, and G2 get away and find the overtime points.
Oh no, Elian. Even those shots, you're right, difficult shots, not the easiest shots. The one on the player jumping back in towards the cave at long, and the follow-up on Catwalk, very, very tough, and both of them just narrowly missed. Elian sees nothing, peering up towards mid. Fast long take, Nickelback has that. Hunter is shut down, and the long take is shut down, because if Hunter can't get a kill and create space for you, what's the point of going out to your slaughter after that? So a 4-on-5 for the first round of Entropic's potential comeback. They would need 7 in a row to force overtime.
Let's see what they can work with now that they have Hunter down. Almanac will try and get the opening pick. It's going to be an offside cubby position for Forrester, and it's Lackey that wants to distract to make that relevant, to make that work in their favor. As Almanac goes, he spots the first. Lackey down, and they're going to check it. AK, but it's Forrester that gets the kill. Be careful. Be very careful. Next is there, and thankfully gets Forrester, because the AWP would have been the next in line otherwise. And that could have been a double kill for the CZ75, and guns picked up as a result. But Nico is going to try and lurk late, catch rotations. We've seen him try this before already once, have we not? But they got inside of the site instead. Bomb gets planted. And they're expecting almost a flank. Look at them staring backwards. This is buying too much time. Entropic can't afford this right now. This is the map and the series on the line.
Well, they don't really have anything to go for this retake. No kit, only 1 flashbang. This is going to be very, very tough. And yeah, you're exactly right. This is for a playoff spot. And it's going to be going to G2, 16-8. A nice emphatic victory for the G2 side of things after a very, very close Mirage. They dominate on Entropic's map pick, but still an admirable fight from Entropic.
Yes, super admirable, I have to say. They still could very much be the dark horse in this tournament. Of course, the problem is when you are the dark horse and you are the underdog, every chance that you don't capitalize on to make it through to the playoffs is an opportunity missed, and depending on the draw, they could also still just crash out,
yeah,
which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I respect them a lot for what they've done so far. And G2, who would have thought they would have been the first team through? They're going to the arena, baby.
Yeah, I know. Coming into this event as well, like some of the shaky performances they've had in the various group stages that they've played in for this kind of a performance, you have to be happy about the turnaround from G2. So, yeah, they're living the dream, and now they get to relax a little bit and prepare and review their own stuff and go out and see the beautiful city of Stockholm. And we're going to send it over to the beautiful desk hosted by Richard Lewis.
So there it is, a jubilant G2.
Scene and G2. Look at Vitality right now against EG. He's not even their coach, but I bet he's crying, right? That's not the point, though. The point right.
Итак, добрый день. Так, посмотрим, что у нас. Vitality против Evil Genius. Третья карта. Так, бомба запланена. СРК-1. И не прощает. Как-то так. Ну и у Дженниса молодцы. 3 раунда взяли против Виталия. В этой карте сейчас. В данный момент. Просто они попадали, там 5-1 или сколько было. Если я не ошибаюсь. Трансляция, блин, тяжело включается, что-то у меня начало. То КС-ка зависнет, то еще какая-нибудь химия. Короче, все подряд сразу. Полноценный закуп, полноценный байт. Смотрим, что они придумают. Блин, что-то в этом году Evil Genius вообще нифига не показывают. Особо. Энтропиком попасть. Или кому там они последний раз попадали. Мисута. На точке Б. Пачку увидели. Скорее всего, или нет, не заметили пачку. Недолго. Вся команда Evil Genius в тоннеле. Сейчас как выйдет через... Ну, Apex прошил. Хотя надо было наоборот Evil'ом прошить. Ну, что-то мне кажется, Энтропик игра лучше была, поинтереснее. Там они как-то атаки получше против G2. Ну, Энтропики, конечно, проиграли, но там хоть в Нодасе 2 тоже атаки поинтереснее были. О, Zoom слышит Apex. А ешь. Спокойно прошел. А где второй был? А второй прошел, ё-моё. Второй просто-напросто прошел. Так, осталось только бомбу запланить. Сейчас он выйдет. Как он Апекса не заметил. Пропустил Апекса, получается, продал своего снайпера. Хотел бомбу запланить, но не получилось. Пацан к успеху ушел. Зрителей только в КС. Кстати говоря, в КС только сейчас, по-моему, ну, с недавних пор появилось то, что можно вот так трансляции смотреть. До этого нельзя было, пока ты запуск видишь, как я понял. Или у них какая-то там ошибка была сначала, может, то вообще капец. Нельзя было не посмотреть, надо было все через Twitch или еще какую-нибудь, откуда-то смотреть его. Что-то у них какие-то атаки у гениуса на простом паблике. Все. Пойдет, 2 минуса сделал. Сделали. Третий минус пойдет. Бомбу запланили. Хорошо сыграли. Если счет 9-6 будет, то в принципе играбельный счет будет. Можно что-нибудь на этой карте попробовать. Сейчас будет счет, получается, 9-4, 3-2. Два кольта засейвили. Нормально, в принципе. Перспективы вперед есть. Еще один дроп. 12 зрителей всего лишь этот матч смотрят сейчас через CSGO. Всего 12 зрителей. Остальные на Твиче и так далее. Ну, эти 12 это такие же, как я, наверное, которые попробовали запустить эту трансляцию через CS-ку. Так как до этого не запускалось вообще никогда. Не получалось. Все висло и так далее. CS-ка вылетала. Не допускали к просмотру. По пропускам будет. Потом Valve, видать, поняли свою ошибку. То, что зрители из-за маржером никто не следит, не смотрит. Так, это по игре. По игре у нас 2-2-1 стандарт. В принципе. КТшников нашку. В принципе, втроем пытаются пойти в минус на Б уже потеряли, на миду тоже. 5 против 3. Гранату скинул Шокс. С этим обновлением, кстати, гранату же можно скидывать. Хватает. Огонек нормально кинул. Почекай еще одного. 3-2. Бомба стоит. Тут Серк понимает то, что в дыму кто-то есть. Второго тоже там нашел. Вытащили раунд. Получается в 3-5, да? Молодцы. Последний раунд. 9-6. Делайте 9-6. Так, а чё у нас по баю за ментов-то? Денег-то не совсем много. Фармилки, диглы, СЗшка. Ну, если они пистолетом, конечно, не проиграют, то должен быть 9. Должен закрывать. Две фармилки у Шакса и у Кладжина. Зуи с диглом. Зайву. Извиняюсь, если кто-то вообще смотрит. Так, на миду шок. Два оппонента тоже на миду. Найдут ли они друг друга? Ух ты! Кладжин фармилку свою. Я видел. 2-4 сейчас. Копы отдали. Пистолетный раунд взяли Виталити. Виталити в этом году хорошие. Они как Энс, можно так сказать. В какой-то год как возьмут, так прыгнут выше головы. Также и Виталити. В этом году они что-нибудь да покажут, мне кажется. Зайву, Атекс, Шок, Синсута. Только так. Чуть поменьше опыта, конечно, у него. Так, посмотрим, что они покажут за защиту. Такая хорошая организация, а сосуд везде. Я его боюсь. Что в доте, что почему-то вот, да и вообще. Что-то интересно. Так, а шорт у нас никто не смотрит, да? И они спокойно на сайте возьмут. Виталити. Нормально, говорю. Ну, хоть минуса делают. Свои ошибки исполняют. Шок с последней остался. Чем он предпримет? Не получилось. Брич. Бриз. Ник у него, конечно. Брикс. На Якудзуна похож. Чем-то. Не в обиду, если он меня им слышит. Когда-нибудь. Якудзуна будем назвать. Хотели фаст Б сделать минус, да, Виталики? Ну, теперь шорт все-таки держит, ё-моё. Хоть один. Тоннели. Ай-яй-яй, Станислав молодчик. 4 убил Станислав. Еще и подгорел. Почти эйс. Станислав красавчик. Так, а интересно, кто там у них на бэшке-то погиб? Из ментов. Я пропустил этот момент. Позицию он, конечно, взял. Раски. Ага. На бэшке один опорник стоит. Ну, это если из-за того, что только что типа на Б ходили, теперь на Б больше не придут. Хорошо прошел голову меньше. Ну, одного хоть убил. Да, все троем укрепили точку А и правильно сделали, по идее. Шокс ищет инфу. Где все? Потерялся немного. Хочет сыграть на инфу и сказать, где что там. Но боится заходить, по крайней мере, пока что. Сейчас он найдет всех троих, наверное. Они не будут ждать, что будет. Инфа уже пошла, ну и все, и они слышали, как один из программ. Шокс пойдет его искать сейчас. И быстрее найдет, наверное. Хотел найти, но не получилось. Митчи. Это тот самый, который в начале раунда на миду в хэт получил через дым с прострелом. Выживает. Один калаш есть. Ну сейчас в принципе у них по деньгам так более-менее фармилки могут взять. Хотя отдавать им нельзя уже. На один калаш сыграют. Калаш остается у Митчи. Станислав берет броню и бегал. Ага, решили в ноль закупиться. Решили все-таки закупиться. Так на лом. Вы менеджер играете, блядь, они, сука, в фабрике, блядь. В тупую, в открытую, блядь, на лом выходит. Пистолеты. Хоть бы флешку подождали бы или еще что-нибудь такое. Ну, Митчу сейчас подождали. Ух ты, какая хаешка залетела. Хорошенькая. По троим сразу. Митчи уже полдела сделал. Можете теперь пистолетами взять этот раунд. Столько урона нанес одной хаешкой. Так, а лонг что? А, я думал отпустили что ли. Инфа есть, что ли, последний на лонгу. Митчи все еще с калашом. Говорит инфу то, что двое. А, один. Один планет. Калаш реализовал свой, как говорится. Форс затащили все-таки. Так. А че Виталити-то мутят? Почему фарми... решили это раунд могли закупиться по идее нормально. зафорсили. Ну, блин. Зуви. Зайву, блин. Вот бы коллаж взять за место флешки одной. Алекс более веселый. Ай-яй-яй, без головы. Ой, вайпер, ёма, куда ты смотришь? Ну, вся надежда на якудзону. Я Джеймс 3 хп убил. Ну это вообще смешной раунд какой-то. Они даже на пистолетах, блять, выбились. И вот она пауза. Пауза от Виталиков. Так, решили запустить обратно. Его Genius. Несут самые богатые у них, наверное. Даже если они сейчас проиграют, Несута смотришь. За его сможет на следующий раунд все-таки смысл раскидать дропы. Да нет, с экранами все нормально. Джеймс сейчас этот раунд проиграет, то все, следующий раунд будет либо форс, либо... Хотя какой форс? Чего я несу? Сразу. Мисута с 5 хп сейчас еще кого-нибудь убьет. Он умеет. Нет, ни хрена. Три полноценных против 3 простреленных. Хороший урон. Бежать тебе надо. Так, они не ожидают, что шотка придет. Тринадцать 8. Вот здесь уже понятно, 14-8 должно быть по идее. 3 раунда для Виталиков, чтобы закрыть эту карту. Ну или этот матч вообще. Стак ник сделали. Могли бы все сгореть, по идее, от такого молика. Так, решили. Шок с инфу дал. Значит, свободно. Сейчас Апекс может раскидать. Слышит, Шокс их слышит. неплохо, неплохо, в принципе. Одного шокса убрали, да? 2 раунда. И теперь лустрик. Урил Джеймс. Если они этот раунд не возьмут, то все, считаю, что проиграли. Закупились они в 0. Значит, все на этом. Интересно, как мой голос слышал вообще в этом. Трансляция. Почему, блин, когда собираешься транслировать что-нибудь делать, как сказать, через OBS, звук свистящий такой, свист идет, или это от наушника, никак настроить не могу. Главное, когда в Дискорде там или еще где-нибудь общаешься, такого свиста нету. Шум. Ух ты, красавчик. Надежда появилась. Такой раунд в тупую отдали. Нет, чтоб чекнуть два УП стоим, а они, блин, стояли на сити. Охренеть просто. Как так можно?
Let's roll.
I go long.
Let's go.
Well, I have too long. Too long.
One.
wasting time. Let's go. Throwing a grenade. Do not be afraid. Let's go.
Low HP, 2 short. 1 low HP.
Long бегут.
Throwing flashbang. Flashbang.
Шорт. Соси член. Закрой рот свой, гитарный хуй. Соси член. Все, тебе поможет. Дыхание свяжешь, мудак. Да, тебе советую. Все в мод, блядь, соси член.
Stay frosty. Throwing smoke. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang. Let's go, people. Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Incendiary out.
Двое лонг.
go. Let's go. Smoke. Flashbang. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang. Throwing grenade. Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. Our mission is simple. Incendiary. Smoke. Flashbang. Grenade out. Flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Grenade. Bomb has been planted. Defusing the bomb. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Go, go, go! Throwing a decoy. Terrorists win. Let's go, my brothers. Flashback. Smoke. I'm throwing a flashback. Decoy. shall rule the day.
Должен бомбу оранжевый.
Flashback. I'm throwing smoke.
Боже мой. Пячки.
We must move. Smoke. I'm throwing a flashback. Throwing a flashback. Grenade.
Шел.
Smoke. I am planting the bomb. I'm throwing smoke. Throwing a flashback. Flashback. We must move. Smoke. Flashback. Throwing a flashback. Grenade.
Шорт спина будет. И сити. Шорт видел.
afford to have a slow start against this Navi team, and that's what happened to NIP, down 7-0. Then they started playing CS, still made it respectable 8-7 after that. I mean, that was a great half, all things considering, right? And they win the pistol, and then they lose the second round, and it all starts going downhill from there. And you could really tell that was some great calling early on in the first half, right? Navi was abusing a little bit outside towards Secret. You could see Hampus first round, he was in garage, got 1 kill, then second round he was like not really playing aggressively towards yard, and that's screwed with NIP. You know, they lacked info. There were some great calls after those 2 first gun rounds. Great change of pace from Navi. The call is just throw smokes outside and do an inside pop, and you had 3 NIP players outside on yard trying to fight and get information. So that really gave a huge buffer to Navi early on.
Yeah, the big factor for me in the game was in the second half, after NIP wins the pistol round on their T side. Remember, this is a game right now where you can punish that CT economy really heavily if you get them sort of behind the 8 ball. Problem is, one of the reasons why Na'Vi feels overpowered right now is they have so much raw skill in the team. When they force, they just straight up win the round, and then the next rounds they're losing like 1 person. So suddenly the entire CT economy's there, and they already had the 8 rounds from the T half. So at that point in time, like you saw, NIP basically just got shot out of the game entirely. So NIP certainly could play this map. Na'Vi, at some point, someone's going to beat them on it, but that's one of the reasons why they don't lose, basically.
Yeah, let's talk about Bit, because I think he's obviously been a revelation. But this is a different kind of tournament. We've seen him hit the ground running. We've seen him have like MVP level performances at Cologne and everything. But this is a major, and it's obviously his first major, come from the Na'Vi Academy side. What did you make of him here, Yanko?
It's incredible how reliable he is. I mean, how consistent he is for a rookie, and he does different things. Like mostly it's the mechanics, right, and the aim, and if you use him in a position where he's either going in first or he's trading the kills, he's gonna do a very good job at that. But we saw around on the T side where he was even lurking late. The bomb was planted down on B. He was coming out of hut, going down vents, gets a crucial kill. I don't remember on who it was in vents, right? And then on the CT side in the second half, Duncan said it with the Deagle, gets 2 headshots. That wins them a crucial round.
It's going to be this round right here.
Here it is. It's crazy. They nerfed the Deagle and he just shoots them in the head anyway. And also just on ramp, always good for 1 kill, but plays it smart, falls back, plays for information. Even the round that the final round of the game, like he understands from all the NIP players were A1 main 2 door. Okay, that means they can also go down van. So he's just waiting in the lower bomb side. You can see it's just easy 2 kills for him in the end. Just great game sense from him.
And the guy on our screen here, I mean, we pointed out before, when you're going through all the other names, you forget about Electronic, who used to be one of the best players in the world. But yes, he gets to the land buff, obviously, with his style of play. Yeah. Listen, if you can lock down the yard area on CT side Nuke, playing with just an M4 A1S, you're a pretty banging player, as NIP just found out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to that point, you know, it's kind of crazy to think that, you know, look, I think NIP are good. I think in terms of being the number 2 team in the world, I think they're good for that rank, right? That's what happened when they came in. They leveled up. But when you start to compare the teams and you look at the analogs in each of the roles, you know, Device and Simple, we did that. They can go head-to-head. Res and Electronic, they can go head-to-head for me, personally. It's then when you start getting
in trouble then.
Yeah, exactly. It's like then I mean, maybe Hampus and Boomich as well. I think the key thing here is obviously when you start talking about support players, Plopsky's nowhere near a perfector, and obviously the rookie, Bit to Linus, I mean, that's, you know, it's a ridiculous disparity, and this is the embarrassment of riches that Na'Vi have.
And I will say, just to bring the storyline from the beginning of the show back, like, it's not even like Simple had some like super dumb performance, but as usual, he topped the stats, he still had his rounds, you saw his highlights there, he was one of the players getting kills on that force back. But for me, Device didn't really actually show in this one map of play that he was on the Simple level. Like, this is the problem with Device making those comments when he went to NIP, that he wants his chance to be number 1 in the world, because the people who contend for that are Ziwu and Simple, and these are people who, when a game is going the wrong way, they break the game. They sort of force the glitch in the matrix. They just take over. And Device, that's just never been his game. He takes it if it comes to him. If that's the way the game's going, he can absolutely ride the wave and carry a game. He isn't the guy who just puts everyone on his back and just snaps the game in half.
But obviously, Yanko, I mean, this was meant to happen, what we just saw, right? This is, you know, Na'Vi on Nuke. You know, do you think that this is sort of just one that NAP will dispense of, and then we get on to the next map, and you're going to see a reaction from them?
Yeah, I think they brush it off to a slow start, right, and losing the second round, the second half. But on overpassing, doesn't necessarily have to be a much of a different story. We saw already Navi against VP on this map having a really comfortable win. For NIP early on, when they added device, it was a lot of overpass. Ancient, obviously, as soon as it got introduced, they started playing it. So we'll see. I just, like you guys said, when we compare the teams, just individually pound for pound, it's not just in terms of firepower, but in terms of positioning and, you know, game sense as well. Navi just seems to be very much ahead. So it's, you know, it's not just about Simple and Device, just as a whole, Navi is a much more well-rounded team at the moment.
For me, this is where if you're Navi, you make a statement. Because the Navi who even began that Grand Slam sort of run, and they were actually getting in position to be #1 a few months ago, they were still the team that, like, if they lose the first map, they play incredible and win the second map. It's 3 maps. If they win the first map, they always give away the second one, usually in silly fashion, because in the back of their heads, they're not backs to the wall. So if you really want to be this team that's like, oh, it's their major to lose, you win this one in dominant fashion on a map that isn't even one of your best. That'll really set you up to kind of put fear in the hearts of the other teams.
And also, you know, we have to see NIP on Overpass. That's going to be an important map throughout this tournament.
Sure.
I think we all still have Gambit as one of the favorites as well. We all know how good their Overpass is and how great their map pool is. So, and the focal player for NIP on Overpass for me is Rez, especially on the CT side. He just has a great feel, a great sense of timing on that A side, when to ask for flashes, when to go for information plays, and that's kind of what their CT side really not necessarily revolves around, but that's what makes it great. When he hits those good timings, just makes NIP be one step ahead of you.
So guys, thanks very much for your thoughts. Obviously, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the next map. It's going to be Overpass. We'll see if NIP can bounce back after the break. All right, welcome back. We are partway through the series between NIP and Navi. Navi are 1-0 up on Nuke, as you'd probably expect. And now we've got Overpass coming. So I'm going to start with Yanko. You said Overpass is going to be an important map, not just in this series, but obviously across the course of the tournament. Why is that?
I think it's also because there's a lot of teams out there who not necessarily are great on Overpass, and then someone's going to try and test them, or it might be a decider on the third map, obviously besides Gambit, who is definitely willing to pick it in against certain opponents. So, and you have to be good on it, I feel, to have a deep run in this tournament. Sooner or later, you're going to get tested on the map. And for NIP, they're actually 5-0 on this map in the last 3 months. Some unconvincing wins at Pro League, but then 2 clean wins at the IEM Fall against Ents and Vitality. The one weird thing for me really on this map is that Linus actually is the B anchor on the T side, right? Which is usually where you put your most experienced player, you know, Olaf for phase, Shocks for vitality, because you have a lot of freedom there and you need to be aggressive and you feel like you have some space, you need to try to go for it, try to make something happen. You also listen to the rotations from the sewers area, right? And you can make calls for your team. So it's interesting that out of all the players that they have, they put him in that position.
Yeah, Duncan.
Yeah, for me, I mean, Yanko said it there, right? NIP's 5-0 in the last 5 played on this particular map. So just as Na'Vi had like the home map, the map they're supposed to win on every single time, if you're NIP, another thing you're trying to do over the last couple of tournaments and coming in this major is establish you have a legit map pool. They were trying to get a team in Force Ancient. No one really knew, actually. Like, if you remember when they first formed this team, they just used to only play Mirage. Like, they actually had a very limited kind of idea of
which
how they
was
wanted
hilarious,
to play.
given that device had close to zero
and now
experience.
is their permaban.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Whereas
how
now,
that went.
Not only is the form of the team rising, but we saw what they did on Inferno recently. Like, for me, even if they don't win the series, this is a great statement if they can win this Overpass right here, because there's so many teams, and to add on the meta point about Overpass, there's way too many teams in the game are like adult, like Vertigo and Ancient. It's like, well then welcome to some punish picks if teams play maps like Overpass.
And also, you never want to be in a situation like NIP is that the other team knows you're going to pick Ancients. Like, sure, they're a very good team, but at some point there's only so much you can do, and it isn't a matter of you feel like you've been figured out. It's that you get into your own head because you've called everything, right? Like, you know, you win the pistol, talk about second round, you've probably done everything you can think of in those situations because you play the map so much, and then you're second guessing yourself, oh, are they gonna prepare for what we did the last time around and whatnot. So yeah.
Well, look, I mean, Overpass, the good news for NIP is, I mean, it's a map that Astralis were one of the original sort of like, you know, they were like the progenitors of like the new way to play it, and Device had some classic performances on this.
Absolutely, and I think for me, Overpass is a unique map we have in the pool.
Yeah, it's
because
fantastic.
It's basically like you have, it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but like you have 4 teams on the map, right? Like, the map is so big, you need to be able to have players who are towards B if it's 1 or 2, and players who are towards A just kind of react to what's going on their side of the map and try to take the most control possible. It takes so long to rotate sometimes, especially if you haven't established water control or sewers control, right? It's really difficult, so you need to be able to react to things unrelated to what your team is doing on the other side.
And if it was 4 EGs, everyone would lose still. So anyway, your thoughts about Astralis' kind of dominance on this and what that might do for Device here?
I mean, this is also, to me, a map where, especially because, as he says, with the rotation times, you really see it. Even though classically AWPers can be massively impactful on the map, they can't just play on their own. This isn't a map actually like maybe a Mirage or a Dust 2 where the AWPer just roams around killing everyone. You've got to have team play. You've got to actually have the rotations, the communication down. And that's one area where, in NIP, it's not just firepower. There's been times this year where they look very disconnected. But part of actually the criticism of Linus isn't just like low stats. It's that sometimes he looks like he is just like a guy who's won a competition to play in NIP for a month or something.
Well, I am kind of reaching. Historically, I know Na'Vi have really course-corrected on this map. They have had problems with it in the past, especially back when they were playing that regimented style, run out of time a lot. But, you know, they've beaten Gambit and some other, like, unbelievable teams on this map, too. So it is a big challenge for NIP. But look, guys, I believe we're ready for the action, so thanks for your thoughts. We're going to get into it now with the casters. So can NIP do it and take this to a third map, or will we see a dominant Na'Vi? We're about to find out.
Yes, we are. Perfect timing. I am in love with this. Heading into map 2, the scene is set. Device, once he does get to that CT side, will give us a demonstration of what they're talking about in terms of the impact an AWPer can have. How you doing, Chad?
Yeah, not too bad. Looks like we have a little bit of a tech here, so sorry for the false start, everybody. But maybe we'll set the scene on a couple of little details here. As we look at the defense for Na'Vi, we're going to have Simple over towards A with the AWP, chimed in with Bit. Now, we actually had Bit join the server for the very first time for the Na'Vi team. Remember last year, Electronic had an internet issue or a power issue, and then Bit had to join, and he got to play 1 or 2 rounds of Counter-Strike.
I remember.
And had to disconnect, and Electronic came back in. But it was on this very map, and he was playing the A site with Simple back then, and that's the way it works now. Electronic, unless they've changed and chopped it up a little bit, has been playing that swingman, right? He's been playing the rotator role between the A and the B bomb sites, and then Boomich and Perfecto have been left and tasked with locking down B. Now, on the other side of things with NIP, who have just lost a member from the server. Don't worry, they're not playing 4v5, I promise. One of the nice little strategies that we've got to know in recent times from them is with the new flashes, right? Being able to drop the nades for your teammates. They've been chaining flashes together for a B execute, where they flood on out and the flashes are actually landing above and behind their teammates, so they can push out through the sandbag position, swarm onto the site with some lovely little flight paths, and execute nicely. Now, that right there for me is going to be the biggest test for Na'Vi to pass. If their B defenders can stop that, then things are going to look very good for Na'Vi going forward on this CT side, because they're picking up where they left off. They're looking to lock things down, and they're not going to be an easy team to rumble here by any means.
No, I don't want to be throwing you under the bus here, but you're talking about their B defenders. Do you have an idea as to how the resources are divided?
Perfecto and Boomich.
It is Perfecto and Boomich, okay. And then you have the float man of Simple, who will come in
Electronic will be
when
the float
required.
man. Simple will be playing with Bit. Right, that should be the traditional setup that they go for there. Now, once upon a time, and traditionally, you know, with Gambit, right, Nafany, he's the float man. Some teams, or most teams, tend to have it as their in-game leader. But I think that having Electronic being able to do it, it means that, you know, you're going to have a very, very strong rifler available on either side, depending on the reads. And they do chop and change it a little bit. But here we go. It looks like everybody's back in.
I got a fun fact from one of our observers today.
Which one? Now I'm putting you under the bus.
Randall.
Okay, yeah.
He told me that Ed Sheeran has a song he's just released.
Okay.
It's called Overpass Graffiti.
He listens to Ed Sheeran, does he, Randall?
I believe so, but more so, I think Ed Sheeran listens to Olofmeister.
Okay, he's a big fan.
Yeah, I believe it's all about the Olof boost. I haven't actually listened or checked the lyrics, but maybe it's all about pixel walks. I think that's the first lyric is pixel walking against LDLC.
All right, well.
They can't see me. Yes, it's a freestyle rap, actually.
We might have to listen into that. I don't know if Ed is normally delving into the realms of the rap, but here we
go. He does it with all the example and back in the day. All right, let's get into it, folks. Na'Vi on the defense and NIP on the attack, and a must-win map for them if they want to secure themselves a spot in the top 8 of the major. The first one in 2 years. Bit was about 15 years old when the Starlight Berlin major was going down. Plopsky trying to take him down. Not looking great, dancing around the pillar with grace and knocking off heads. Only kept to the one. Favors Nip as this constant barrage of frags. It looks like Simple can win it right here and now, and just about pulls another out of the hat. Electronic, the last man standing.
I'm glad that I prefaced that strategy right there, because they just did it. They just did it right there. LNZ throwing all the flashes there as they entered into the site, and it was dealt with from Na'Vi. Now, it's going to get harder to do when the rifles come out or the pistols come out with the armor behind it. It's not going to be as easy to read either, but they were ready and raring for that play on towards that site. Now, only one man surviving there of Electronic, but it's the round regardless. You can see the intention there. Now, do they go back to it again? They may. They may go back to it again here now.
Interesting that Plopsky's opted to not take the Tech 9 and has the CZ equipped for his T side.
Yeah, I've seen that in a couple of his games so far. It is quite curious.
Because it just doesn't strike me like a weapon that works in the offense. You know, you want to be in a ratty corner and they come to you. But talking of ratty corners and them coming to you, Simple, ready to be activated here. This could be a very quick 1200. 600 and shy. Okay, Hampus keeps us level. If Bit gets caught out here, Plopsky's aforementioned CZ could be a good weapon for this, and the answer's no. Device immediately falls by the wayside. This is Na'Vi's second.
Yeah, the MP9's doing a lot of work here so far. Hampus and LNZ with a lot of time on the clock and a decent amount of utility on their belt, but whatever strategy they had in mind has been rumbled here. They're going to have to plug something together. Boomich MP9 this time round, and well, all the kills are coming on in with that little pocket rocket.
Bloody hell. Looks like LNZ's playing a different game with this setup. Doesn't get him very far.
Very colourful, wasn't it?
Hyper colourful. Honestly, it looks like he's about to use an updraft and a blobby, whatever it's called. What's the forward one?
I don't know.
No, me neither.
I don't know the names.
The forwardy one.
I would just say they're throwing a smoke. Yeah, that's a flash.
It's another smoke.
He's throwing in the dog.
It's a different looking smoke.
But we the concept's there.
Yeah.
We like the concept.
2-0. Hampus has whipped himself out a deagle. Let's see if he can be the difference maker. They'd love a plant, Chad. They've struggled to break anywhere close to the site. The closest they got was on that pistol, but absolutely constant battle there. There was no time to be punching in the digits.
We'd all love a plant, Alex. I can't keep mine alive, so...
Well, it's because you travel for the majority of the year.
Yeah, look at the MP9. It's going hunting again. Simple's going to get a kill. Maybe just one. Wait, did he just say the Glock?
Yeah, he wants one.
Okay, well, fair enough.
He's going to put it on his mantelpiece.
Yeah, well, I guess you can't buy one, so yeah, he wants to keep it with him. We'll see how long he can hold on to this for, shall we?
Oh, he's going to go try and find another.
No, he wants the USP back. He's changed his mind. He's definitely
Excuse
changed
me,
his
I'd
mind.
like to return this. Yeah, no, I'm not happy with it.
It's a little bit broken.
Imagine.
Grab the USP, mate. You don't want the Glock. What are you thinking? What are you doing?
Has he not got a skin on it as well? What a hipster.
There we go. See, he thought it was a P250 or something. He's going to get his USP back, but this one here is going to stall out, right? You can just see the stance right now of NIP across the map.
The fact that this is what we're talking about is an embodiment of how much is going to be going on in this round.
I want to note, though, that Na'Vi yesterday, I do believe they played VP on this very map. Let me just double check before I put my foot in my mouth. Yes, it was overpass, and it was a destruction. It was a 16-4 in favor of Na'Vi in that one right there, and that was with Simple dropping 22 kills. So Na'Vi are going to have confidence on this one. Continuing to farm, continuing to have a look on in. Info taken towards B. Simple taking his time. Electronic will grab one from behind, and they're going to walk into his line of sight. So Simple going to get a little bit more cash money here. One and done. LNZ on the frag. Boomage elsewhere, and Electronics will close the account. And, well, there you go. 3 rounds.
Yeah, and can we take a quick look at Simple's funds as well? Like, you're coming into your first gun round. You've got yourself at 8,600, ready to invest in that big zoom banger and to pull NIP immediately back down and out. Some communication, it looks like there as well. It's a bit of a stretch. Simple has yet to invest.
Oh, I can see what crosshair he's rocking right now.
Is it Tiny Dot?
It is. He's gone quite small with this one here. I can't tell. I don't think it's the dynamic one there. But yeah, he has brought out that AWP. So let's see. Bit, the only man defending A right now. And he's missed the molly. Not a big detail because they're not headed his way. They're actually charging over towards B. Simple forward. Door swings open. Problems now. Hampus has got the opener and Simple gets the trade.
Yeah, baited in. And look at the spray. Perfecto. Completely flashed. Just unloads his mag, and Plobsky and LNZ immediately tucked in tight.
Ouch, this is the bonus round as well. There's still MP9s and Famas on the deck here, and you've just been denied NIP.
Well, this is a little flat now.
Yeah, familiar feelings right here. 2 on 4, but it's the superstars, Device and Rez. Very passive from Bit up towards A here, you can see. Very, very passive stance. Can rotate towards B quickly, but it's more just playing for info so the rotation can come back his way. More jostling position over towards the B side. The jumping, the nades, just checking to make sure nobody's home because they could just hit the brakes, but they haven't. They've gone through long. Simple is going to join the party here, but it comes down to the timing. Is he going to jump peek? If he does, you'll see everything.
Nah, never mind. He'll just kill everything.
Yeah, don't worry about jumping. Easy. Okay, well, if you miss Nuke, this is how Nuke started as well. But NIP did make a comeback, so maybe it'll start earlier this time round.
Yeah, but it was Na'Vi on the T side.
That's true.
Na'Vi making it feel this way on the CT side. NIP getting locked out entirely. Look at this. This is the round over. Perfecto doesn't even see his round-winning play.
And now as well, like I said, that was a bonus. They grab an AK, they carry that through, so Perfecto gets an upgrade. Electronic buys back in. Boomage is going to keep the MP9. It is going to be a half purchase here from NIP, and turning their attention back towards B for one more time. See the Utah they're lining up. Ollie towards barrels. Smoke's coming in as well. Nose flash there, and here they come.
All right. Well, it's a good util, and that's a good headshot. Okay. Problems. Big problems. In overpass. That's enough. Kick down the door, flatten the defense. And I guess that's a taste of what it looks like on the other foot. This is how NIP have been relentlessly throwing those flashes and bodies up the monster tunnel, but when there's no Perfecto double...
Oh, Bit, I think you're dead, mate.
A nice upgrade. Oh, Hampus, yeah. Just calm on those. Now 3 shots.
So well, make sure you hold on to this, all right? The funds aren't that flush. Now he's actually getting hunted here. They might take this one away.
Yeah.
Device will be loving this. And yeah, Device from the back gets the kill. They're going to get the upgrade coming on through. Everybody survives right there. And it's LNZ to open the account. Now we can reflect back to the RMR, where NIP were taking on Skade. Now, Skade probably not a name that are known to too many of you out there. They're a Bulgarian team. They were competing in the RMR event, and NIP were getting owned, right? But LNZ, the man on your screen right here, he stepped up with so much individual impact in key rounds to help them come back and actually win that map.
How weird. They invested in an extra AK. I mean, it's small margins, but the M4A4 is at T-spawn.
Okay.
They don't want it. They didn't quite account for it. Either way.
Same again. This is the same execute.
Feels that way. Perfecto, prime position this time to dunk. He stood in the flames for 80 damage and he still gets his double. The signature Perfecto double. Doesn't matter what you throw at him. Rez, again, partnered up with Device. We know how this story ends. Perhaps they can flip the script. You'd have to be very proactive, and Bit's the one to do it. Rotates through. He's probably going to hunt for more, and yeah, good luck, mate. Bit will take it easy. All day long, Na'Vi return to their winning ways instantly.
Oh, maybe they're going to be regretting dropping that M4 now. They still have plenty of cash, right? They're still going to be able to splash it, but if they lose this one consecutively, then it's just really the loss bonus that's their best friend. It is maxed on out. But things are going great right now. Simple talking down the line. Nobody looking him in the eyes, though. The big man on campus sitting in the middle. Here we go again. Double mollies. One towards the stairs, one towards the entrance. And well, the extinguish tells them they're coming. Slows them down for a moment here. And a nade. Oof,
oh,
right
the wall bang.
Pocket of Plopsky. He's going to be struggling this round, down to 51 points of health.
The combination, it's... to put yourself in Plopsky's shoes, you've had a nade from one trajectory, a wall bang from another, and a third component is the one that takes you down.
And now they're just going to walk around at a 4-on-5 number disadvantage here. Sure, plenty of utility, but look at Na'Vi rejigging the setup here. They still got the 3 players over towards the B site.
They're just playing such great Counter-Strike to the point where they're making NIP, you know, a team of such caliber. A team that humiliated Astralis earlier today. Was it early today? I'm lost.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, excuse me.
Yeah, yesterday. 16-1. Yeah, we're done with the best of ones now. It's all going to be best of 3s from this point forward. Looking to run a similar execute towards B. Heaven Smoke. Molly for the barrels. They've actually got Boomich as the swingman here and starting to suck back a Na'Vi. They're playing retake B. Right? The stance right now with Perfecto in the back of the pit. Electronic playing over towards Graffiti position as well. They're going to let them in. They're going to play a bit of aim map here.
Okay. Well, the counter utility's down. LNZ just running through it. He's going to... What? He's got 7 HP and he still gets 1. It's something. Boomich kicking and screaming, takes a double. It's up to Device. He can't hit his shots, and it does just fall into place again for Na'Vi.
You see that Molotov that they actually threw right there on the CT side? I don't know if it was intended to land there, but they threw it to be on that wooden position where the CTs tend to hold from, which forced them all wide, right? If you're on the T perspective, it's the right-hand side of the pillar, right? It meant that you're unable to go up the hard left, and Electronic from there ran forward and played behind the sandbag. I don't know if we'll catch it in the replay here, but there was the molly.
I see it burning there.
It's just where Device is picked up from late, so they're only able to pick from one angle. And Na'Vi were the first team years ago that we highlighted to drop that divider smoke.
But that's like the alternative to that.
Yeah, it's a curious way to do it, and I'm not sure if it was intentional, but we'll build them up like they're geniuses. Guns are out, NIP really struggling now. Util super low.
And this was, Chad, this is something that they workshopped, thought about, theory crafted, and came up with as their best bet. They're getting run down. They're just throwing, sprinkling in aggression now, Na'Vi, to destabilize what is already a bit of a limping Ninja squad.
Here's a bit of space.
A huge amount of space, and Simple rotating off. If he just keeps walking, oh, baby. This is an opportunity now. Simple unawares. Device has to hit this. And he has. I got confused. There's Rez as well. Delivers another. Damn you, Observer. Jakey.
There was 2 fights in 2 different locations right there. Rez got a 1-on-1 against Bit, and Device was able to manufacture a 1-on-1 against Simple. So this should be the round already done, right? Electronic died early, and this was just not a full investment from NIP, right? They had a couple of rifles, they had a couple of pistols, but they left enough residual cash where they could have bought again with the max loss bonus. So the 2 rounds that NIP have won are going to give them a buffer, but they need to be consecutive on the full gun rounds, right? So this was done through, I want to say, positioning alone, right there, able to weasel their way into the back lines. They get the AWP again to give to the Device in the following round of play. But this could be the start of something.
It'd be more of a start of something if you take these rifles away. Boomich on $50. Everyone will be able to reinvest, but starting to chip away at the Na'Vi finances.
So they might be a little bit too far away here to consider this one. Yeah, they're going to start running once the bomb goes off. Here they come. Perfecto. Oh, he won't convert. That is a big death. As you mentioned, all things considered, the cash not great over there. So a huge death for Perfecto there to stomach. Now, he has enough to buy himself here, but Electronic is the man who doesn't. So there will be an omission in the buy. Otherwise, it would have been flush. Everybody could have had an M4 at least. Simple's still going to get his AWP. Electronic, unfortunately, now having to operate with an MP9. So maybe The holes in the boat are being poked now. 3-man A defense, Bit, Boomage, and Simple. Down connector, wanting a fight, and they're going to get it.
Okay, Simple goes down, and so does his partner in crime. Boomage gone, okay. NIP have been given a real gift here. This is enough to break Na'Vi and actually have a competitive T side. They can't let this one slip through their fingers, though. Like, they can put Na'Vi in a position where they're just saving and cowering if they can group up and start that bomb to tick.
It's way too early right now to see how this one's going to pan out because Na'Vi is still in a position where they could either push forward with the group, they could still hedge and go for a gamble stack. Like, right now, we can see their indication is clearly over towards A. But with so much time on the clock and NIP still deciding where they want to end, there's a chance for Na'Vi to get the rotation back over towards the B side of things. Connector, sure, they've got that under lock. Working on sewer control now, flash forward. These sound cues are being heard from Perfecto and Co up towards the upper deck. Bomb on the back of Rez towards backyard now, and they're going to send Plopsky forward. So if he walks in and he fires multiple targets here, they will just walk into the B site for free.
He might get caught out by this fading smoke. Yeah, it works wonders. And at least Electronic will have the M4.
Yeah, he's sacrificial lamb, quite literally there, Plopsky, right? He's just sent out to find the information. He walked in and he didn't find anybody. Then they could have just gone back towards A. But you can see Na'Vi, they've made their choice. They're going to hold on to these guns. Not going to risk going through connector to try and find that AWP for Simple. It's going to be quite risky to do so there, but an easy one for NIP. The fight came to them. They won their jewels, and there you go. The round is done. So a bit of fight left in them.
Yeah, I do think that... I don't want to speak for Na'Vi also. No, Simple. It's not one to be deterred from a fight, but